exponentially better than ever. There's many new people to give you the school news, including me, Lillian. Let's go meet all the wonderful cast members.
Let's do it.
Everybody, well, don't you know it's me now? Yeah, who's it? Well, he's back with a brand new beat now. Yeah, doing it. Hey, yeah. Try to buy my style. Hey, yeah. How you like me now? I try to have a little fun now. I stay with my ear to the drum now. Turn it up now. Hey, yeah, turn me up on the dial. And everybody goes to the sound of the radio, to the sound of the beat, to the sound of the radio, yeah, to the sound of the beat.
No more whiteboards and no more chalkboards because we got smart boards. These boards are awesome because you can play games, do fun activities, and much more. These boards will make us even smarter. Let's go take a look.
Hello from the Active Classroom, where teachers and students create a whole new world of learning. Say hello to Active Inspire. Active Inspire is interactive teaching and learning software created specifically for the classroom. Teachers use it and its endless tools, widgets, templates, and visual and audio resources to both plan lessons and invite students to participate in class. Think of it as a blank interactive canvas that comes with all the building blocks you'll need to fill it. A browser window allows access to the pages you're working on, as well as Active Inspire's built-in libraries and premium content. There you'll find backgrounds, fully formed activities, and even lesson-building tools for fun games and collaborative exercises that encourage participation. And there's plenty more to be found at PrometheanPlanet.com, the Active Classroom's very own user community. Active Inspire also works seamlessly with Active Arena dual user functionality and controls Active Expression, Active Vote, and Active Engage learner response systems. It's endlessly versatile, comes in multiple languages, works on Mac, Windows, and Linux, and comes with a choice of 2 specialized interfaces that serve the needs of different age learners. Active Inspire is the center of the Active Classroom, versatile software that helps your lessons become learning journeys unlike any other. Want to know more? Visit PrometheanWorld.com.
That was pretty cool. Many kids in the school are using these amazing boards. These boards can help us learn better and improve our skills. I'm Cindy.
The parade is bigger and better because it's people's favorite October holiday. Columbus Day is my favorite holiday too, so I would like to show you about the history about Columbus Day. Now let's watch this video about the explorer.
500 years ago, there were people on both sides of the Atlantic Ocean, but neither knew about the other. On the western side, our side, the people had reddish-brown skins and lived in huts or wigwams. On the eastern side, in Europe, the people were white-skinned. They had learned how to build houses and large sailing ships, but they still didn't know much about the rest of the world. In fact, most of them believed the earth was flat. Then one day, a map maker named Christopher Columbus had an idea.
Do you know what? I think the world isn't flat at all. I think it's round like a ball.
Did you hear what he said? Did you hear what he said? He said that the world is round. Oh,
He's crazy. I think the world isn't flat at all. I think it's round like a ball.
The world's as flat as the brim of your hat, and that is very plain.
I know that I'm right. Oh, I know that I'm right when I say that the world is round. Oh, I'm right. I'm right. My thinking is sound, and I'll prove the world's round. It won't take very long.
But it did take long, 7 long years, before Columbus could convince a king or a queen to let him try out his idea. Then Queen Isabella of Spain agreed to supply the ships and men for his trip.
I will discover a shortcut to India and bring back some of the great wealth I find there. And I can do it, for I know the world is round. And instead of going east to India, I shall sail west and reach India around the other way. It will be a shorter and cheaper way, for I'll do it all by sea.
Queen Isabella provided Columbus with 3 ships, the Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria. And on August 3rd, 1492, they set sail across the unknown Atlantic.
High on the foaming tide, over the ocean, onward our ships will ride, onward my sailors.
The ships sailed onward, but 2 long months after they started, there was still no sign of land ahead.
turn back, Columbus. Turn back, Columbus.
We'll not turn back until we find India. Onward, men!
By October 10th, the sailors and the crew were ready to take matters into their own hands.
If Columbus won't do as we ask, we'll put him in chains. And we'll turn the ships around ourselves.
Wait! Have you heard? One of our men has just seen a branch in the ocean.
What of it?
It had fresh berries on it.
That means we're near land.
Hooray!
2 days later, the ships reached land, and Columbus and his crew saw the people with reddish-brown skins who lived there.
Oh, I think it is rather surprising that they should have reddish-brown skins. But now since we have landed in India, then these people must be Indians.
We'll call this part of India San Salvador, and I take possession of it in the name of the King and Queen of Spain.
The people Columbus called Indians were very friendly, and they gave Columbus and his men many gifts, but not the rich jewels and gold for which they had come. For Columbus really wasn't in India at all. He was on one of the islands off the coast of America. But because of Columbus's mistake, the natives of America have been called Indians ever since. Columbus visited other islands near San Salvador, looking for the great wealth of India. And then he and some of his men returned to Spain.
Hooray for Admiral Christopher Columbus!
Columbus had no trouble getting ships and men for his second voyage, but he still hadn't the slightest idea that he was headed for the vast continent of America, and that he would have had to cross it and sail over the Pacific Ocean before he could reach India by traveling west. The men of Europe were no longer afraid of the ocean. Columbus made 2 more voyages, and other explorers followed. But each year on October 12th, we celebrate Columbus Day, the anniversary of that day in 1492, when Columbus first sighted the land of the New World, America.
Christopher Columbus sailed up the ocean blue in 1492. He had 3 boats. Back then, people thought that Earth was flat, but it was round. So Christopher Columbus went to discover America. Christopher Columbus was a great explorer, and he will always be remembered. I'm George.
I bet you know where the parent room is. Well, it's not the parent room anymore. It's the new art room. The art room is the same but also different in a way. All the art supplies that we have used for years are now in the parent room. The room is different shape than the old room, plus there's no rug to sit on. We have to sit on chairs. Now, let's go learn a bit more about the new art room. Hello, I'm with Miss Schwartz. How did you feel when you first found out you had to move to the new art room?
I was actually very excited. A new space, a new room. I could get rid of old stuff and make everything nice and organized and neat.
Who helped you move everything?
I did most of it myself. I had some help from Mr. Acevedo and from Mr. Clemente, and from Miss Justine. She helped in one of the other classes. And it was a big move, and I stayed in school very late for 3 days to move all the art supplies.
Which room do you think is better to teach in, and why?
I think this room is better to teach in. It's separate from the entrance to the school, so it has less commotion from the hallway, and it allows the students to focus better on their work.
Now you had an inside look. You may have thought that the art room is nothing, but now you see that it took time. I'm Amelia and have a
Has
great
anyone
lunch.
seen the missing art chair? It has gone missing. Miss Schwartz had this chair for over 5 years. It is light blue and does not have wheels. If you find it, the reward is a hug from Miss Schwartz. Let's go look at what the chair looks like. Miss Schwartz walked out of the room for 5 minutes, then the chair disappeared. If you have seen this chair anywhere in the school building, like in another classroom or in the office or in a custodian's room, please notify Miss Schwartz. I'm Gabriella, and have a great lunch.
The Yankees are in the playoffs, but if they lose one more game, they're out. Lucky for them, we have 5 new baseball players to help them out. Let's take a look.
Me out to the ball game. Me out to the ground. I need some peanuts and crackers. I don't care if I ever get back, 'cause it's root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. It's a shame. 'Cause it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out where it's loud. Back in the hot rod and chips away. Look, another spectacular play. Go wait for the home team. The fans will go in and say, oh, it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out of the old ball game.
Guess what? PS84 has been chosen by the Department of Education to learn ways of composting. PS84 has been composting and recycling since the first day of school. Every night, a food truck will come and pick up our food and turn it into soil. I'm guessing all of you have met Robbie, right? He works with Mayor Bloomberg. Robbie helps schools in Manhattan and Brooklyn to teach kids how to make the world a better place. Flip, tap, and stack. This is how you will put your food away once you are finished with your trays. You will flip your tray over to pour the food out and plastic out. Then you will tap it to make sure you get everything out. Then you will stack it on top of the large stack of trays. And think, we'll be giving this great stuff to Parks and Gardens for everyone to enjoy. Let's go watch this video.
As part of a composting pilot program by the New York City Department of Sanitation and the New York City Department of Education, Your school cafeteria is separating food waste and recyclables from the trash. Hi, I'm Jennifer Prescott. I'm the Sustainability Coordinator for the Joan of Arc campus on Manhattan's Upper West Side. I'll be guiding you through how this pilot program works. School cafeterias and kitchens participating in the food waste compost pilot are keeping their food waste and soiled paper separated from the rest of their waste. This means that any food, napkins, paper boats, paper towels, and paper bags do not go in the trash. In these schools, food waste and paper now go in a special bin labeled compost food waste. Compostable trays and compostable utensils also go in this bin. This food waste bin is part of a waste sorting setup in your cafeteria. This setup includes a bucket to pour liquids, a recycling bin for beverage cartons, bottles, cans, metal, and foil, the food waste bin, and a trash bin. With clear signage, everyone can easily identify what goes where. So let's start by watching Ella after she's finished her school cafeteria lunch. Ella goes to an average-size elementary school that uses styrofoam trays, and her school only needs one waste sorting station. First stop, the pour bucket. This is where the kids empty out their leftover milk, juice, water, soup, or other liquids. This bucket has a colander or a large funnel in it, so things can't get dropped in by mistake. You can see it's a good idea to set this bucket on a table where it can't be accidentally kicked over. Ella stops here first and pours out the leftover milk from her milk carton. The next stop is the recycling bin, which is labeled with a blue decal for beverage cartons, bottles, cans, metal, and foil. Here's where we put all the milk and juice cartons, any drink boxes, plastic bottles, any glass bottles and jars, or any metal and foil. The only plastics that go in the recycling bin are bottles or jugs. Any other plastics go in the trash, including juice pouches and styrofoam lunch trays. Remember to remove caps and straws and place those in the trash as well. Here we see Ella placing her milk carton in the blue labeled recycling bin. The third stop in the waste sort setup is the food waste bin. By collecting organic materials separately from other trash, this food waste and soiled paper can be trucked to a composting facility instead of exported as trash to a landfill or incinerator. In this food waste compost pilot, we are composting anything we would normally eat, including cooked foods, raw foods, fruit, vegetables, cheese and dairy, eggs, nuts, grains, and meats, including skin and bones. The food waste bin is also used for paper that's thrown away in the cafeteria because that can also be composted. That includes any napkins, paper towels, paper bags, or paper boats. The only paper that we cannot compost is wax or plastic coated paper or aluminum lined paper, like what your hamburger comes in. These papers are not compostable and they must go in the trash. Here, over the food waste bin, Ella flips her styrofoam tray over and taps off all her food waste. Chicken bones, apple core, carrots, bread crust, and the dirty napkin. The last stop is the trash bin. This used to be the fullest bin in the cafeteria, but now, with the addition of the food waste bin, the trash bin will be much less full. In the trash go all plastic utensils, styrofoam trays, straws, plastic bags, chip bags, granola bar wrappers, yogurt containers, and any other plastic containers that are not recyclable. Also those foil drink pouches and the papers that are not compostable, like waxed and aluminum-lined papers. Basically anything that's not recyclable or compostable goes in the trash bin. Then she stacks the empty styrofoam trays that will be placed in the trash bins. Many schools encourage the flip, tap, stack method in order to reduce the number of bins and liners they use. Stacked trays do not take up as much space. Some schools report using about 1/5 the number of bags just by having students stack their trays. This goes for compostable trays as well. Okay, so Ella showed us what waste sorting looks like from a student who eats school lunch on a styrofoam tray. But in New York City schools, every Tuesday is Trayless Tuesday. Department of Education school food has changed the menu so schools use paper boats instead of trays at least one day a week. Soiled paper boats go right into the food waste bin, along with any leftover food or paper napkins.
I'm Eva, and have an amazing lunch. And remember, flip, tap, and stack. The Fall Fair strikes again, cool weather and tons of fun. The Fall Fair has lots of great activities, including hand tattoos, great food, and live music played by our school's band. It only occurs once a year, so make sure not to miss it. This year, the Fall Fair will occur on Friday, October 19th. That's this Friday, so make sure to be there. However, for a little while, some people were worried that the fall fair might not even be happening because there were no volunteers. But families volunteered and is now sponsoring the fall fair, so we can enjoy the weather. If you went to the fall fair last year, don't compare because this year is going to be even better. There's going to be a ton of new activities and a bunch of other awesome stuff. Now let's have a word with one of our school's parents. Hi, I'm Lola, and today I'm going to be meeting with Jean, who's co-president of the PTA. I'm going to be talking to her about the fall fair. So what activities are going to be here about the fall fair this year?
Well, there's going to be a lot of fun activities. There's going to be lots of crafts. There's going to be decorating of mini pumpkins, a craft that involves apples, and lots of crafts that are recycled crafts, so they're made from recycled materials and good for the environment.
That seems fun. So, how long is the process of making the fall fair happen?
Well, we probably started putting it together about a month ago. The parents get together and form a team, and each one of us decides which responsibilities we have. So one person is going out and finding the entertainment, there's going to be a magician and music, and the other person is in charge from getting together supplies for the crafts, for instance, and then one person might be in charge of food.
Cool. What are you in charge of this year?
Well, I'm kind of in charge of the whole thing, so I'm overseeing everybody's different parts and talking to them about what help they need and trying to get other parents to help them out if they need more help.
So is the fall fair going to be here in the cafeteria like last year?
Yes, it is. We'll start at 5:30 on Friday. It'll be here in the cafeteria for most of it, and then from 7 to 7:30 the magician will perform in the auditorium.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. It was nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. This is Lola reporting for the lunchroom. Have a great lunch.